Hi, I'm Rob Streeter. Welcome to my channel. Today we have another in our general admission dry fly series. This one's going to be the brown drake. And before we get started on that, I want to welcome all the new subscribers we're getting. It's great to see more people signing on to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button and send us any comments that you may have. So for today we got kind of a big mayfly, the brown drake. And this one I've actually gotten into in a couple of spots, one of which was in the Finger Lakes where there's a brown drake hatch every year. And had a nice time out in a kick boat catching rainbows on big brown drake dry flies. So here's how we tie this. Here we go, tying a general admission brown drake. So we got a 3 extra long size 8 dry fly hook. We're going to start our light brown 8/0 thread, run it back, and trim that. For our tail, we're going to use standard cream color microfibettes, but I'm not going to count out 3 because this is a big fly and we want to have enough structure to support it so it floats right on the water. So I'm going to grab a few extra, and about that many. The trout's not going to come up and count the tails, hopefully. I'm going to use about that much. Those tied down. Trim those off. So this one we're actually going to have 2 colors of dubbing. So to do that, I'm going to make a dubbing loop. Get that bound down. Grab some wax. Clean that up. And I'm just going to use on this one just some light gray rabbit. So we'll get a pinch of that off. Pull the guard hairs out. And that all wound in. I'm going to put it on both of the threads. I really don't want the brown showing through too much. A little bit, but not too much. And a little bit more. And we'll just twist that up. And I'm just going to move that out of the way and set it aside for now. So the rest of this, we've got a olivey brown dubbing. And we're going to get that going. get that started. Bring it forward. And you can always, if it's getting too bulky, you can tighten it up with your fingers. And there's our body. So now we're going to come back with the other dubbing. Take the loop tool off of it. And so we're going to tie that in just like a rib. And tie it off. So now we've got a multicolored dub body that looks segmented. Different variations, just like the real thing. I mean, they have a segmented, their belly's a little bit more yellowish, and they have the segments in between, so that gives that effect. For the wing, I'm going to use Zelon, and I got a light dun colored Zelon. I'm just going to even the tips up with the scissors. So for this fly, we're going to do some added coloration at the end, so I'll show you how we do that. We're going to do the little bit on the hackle and the wing and the tails. Just get that bound down, trim the front. Okay, I'll just get that cleaned up a little bit. And there's our wing. Hackle's just going to be a cream colored hackle. We'll get that tied in. Trim. Okay. Knock that off, so I want to tighten that up. Just going to grab a hackle plier and take a couple quick wraps. Bang it into the camera. And tie that off. Trim it. Just pull it all back. Make a head. And we'll whip finish. Trim that. Some glue on it. Okay. So to finish this, I'm going to take two different markers. I'm going to take a brown permanent marker and I'm going to touch the tails up a little bit so that it's a little blotchy, and I'm also going to do the same thing with the lower part of the hackle. It's a little brownish. And the wings on the natural have black splotches and veins in them. So to create that, I just go like this, make a couple lines with a black Sharpie, and do it on both sides. And when you spread it out and fuzz it out a little bit, you get that effect. So there it is, the brown drig.